Hello, my dears, darlings, and queers. How are we doing today? Welcome
Ah,
to tonight's episode of The Plight of Princes. So the party has passed the battle phase of fucking around, and they have now soundly found out, or at least begun to. The party is attempting to remove a spire of Lakith that has been potentially attached or replacing an element of Destiny's Horn. However, Destiny with an invulnerability spell, he's proving a bit difficult to do this with. Overall, the character is threatening the party with spells and magic and other such elements, and as this is all going about, the party begins falling down and plummeting as a lever is pulled, and the floor falls out beneath them as Destiny has the most unfortunate situation for anyone else here possible. He comes to his senses and realizes what's going on, the threat that is posed to him, and what he needs to do. So, I have not been able yet to figure out how to do this where you take the party and you split them between two different maps. So for now, given that the only people up here are someone who's on the floor, or as in on the wall next to it, looking down, and the two birds, I'm going to move us down below, as Destiny is or basically stood atop his chair, slowed, but still in effect, and still active in a way. As you fall and you hit the ground hard, it is the wet thud of a against the ground. This might have actually hurt more, and some of your party do fall down and are unconscious. And you look about, and the dim light that's down here, some of you pulling to your senses faster than others, realize that there are elements, and those who fully begin to realize this, I believe, at present awake are Wittick and I believe Prosper.
yep.
With the dim light from the candle at your chest, as you begin trying to pull yourself up, you guys see that these aren't corpses per se. These are not full bodies. There are misshapen, misformed, misgrown, twisted parts of bodies left here. And we returned to this session with one figure pulling themselves up as if pulling from the slough of all about them, with horns that curve back and up in a sharp goat-like arc, skinless, teeth and eyes staring straight towards you. Resume combat.
I'll turn orders on the other map.
Is it actually?
That's yeah, but that's you can probably still see it, right?
Yeah.
I can, in fact, yes.
Yeah. So just
we go.
tell us whose turn it is.
Okay. That was Destiny's go to pull the lever crunk. We now have an unfortunate situation. It is now one's turn.
Ah.
Who is taking over for one today?
I don't feel comfortable taking over one's death saving throws.
I will take over one's death saving.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants that pressure.
I'll do it. Fuck
I mean,
if
to
you
be
want.
fair, it is Nemo.
Yeah, Nemo
Well-
wouldn't care,
But-
but I would.
Who,
Yeah,
has
that's
the,
for
who,
us-
has, who has the worst luck in death saving throws? They can do it.
You've died in both campaigns.
I have the best KDA ratio here. I'll do it. Oh, look, he passes.
Yay!
It's one success. With that, it's Kairk who's still up above.
Okay. Kayak will offer a hand to Lo to ask if he would like assistance in getting down to the rest of the group so they don't get separated.
Lo is tentative because his focus is directly at Destiny. Yep. But he will eventually put out a hand. But he still remains silent.
Ice trained on Destiny, and you make your way down.
Yeah, he gives you like an understanding sort of nod. Like it's clear from his face that he kind of also feels the same way, but knows that the group needs help. And when he gets down there, he will go to Serenus because he's got like freaking 50-foot movement. No, he's got 80-foot movement. My mistake. Silly
Which
me.
is enough to get him down, because, you know, he does have to control his flight on the way down, but he's able to get down. I believe it's only about, whatever distance I said it was, I believe about 50 foot.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so he can get down there easily, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, just a level 1.
Level 1.
Just to get you back up. 4 hit points to Serenus.
Oh. I'm not gonna die today, boys.
Let's get Kayak down here, because he's on this level now.
Speaking of, I have to bring down the Myrmidian.
Oh, is he gonna do the superhero landing? Is he gonna do the superhero landing?
Nope, lands straight on its ass. That's a dex move. This thing is not dex. Just straight up. Bang!
That's rough
But-
on your knees.
Yeah, just like
It's a very unfortunate squelching sound underneath them, but you're very glad the Myrmidian focused on not landing on someone.
Part of me feels like it just like is like standing there and just went forwards, head first to the ground, just smashed into it.
Like a model that's not really like set up its base properly, just goes. Meh, poof.
Yeah.
So that is Kaerk. Runara,
Yes. One of these bad boys. Where have they
death
gone?
saving throw, please.
Sweet.
Okay. As you make your death saving throw, there's some semblance of consciousness there. Not enough to act, but enough to be like, I gotta get up. You guys all about just begin hearing just gurgling, rumbling sounds from all about you. As from the pile, more noises and sounds begin to be made. And those of you who are conscious, there are sounds coming from all around as well. Poe.
I gotta get up.
Shit. I think Poe looks around and is like, kind of, this is what Pox is for. This is what Pox does. But he's going to look across to Winnick, the other person who stayed up, and be like, have you got them or do you need me to get them?
you're gonna have to get him because I can't.
I will go over to Runara, kind of clambering over the body parts and like getting up into melee with whatever's emerging from it. And as I kind of like try and hold it back with my shoulder, I am going to use. I'm going to double check I'm doing this right, but I can heal. It's just whether or not I take damage, so I'm just going to roll it.
You're not using a resistance for this, you're using like an ability.
This is a blood maledict.
Understood.
It's this guy.
Okay.
So that's 4 HP for Renara. As I just like push the blood back in. The blood just follows and I just go, nope.
As you're there and you push
I'll
the
double
blood
check to see if I
malady,
take that damage, but I think I do.
I think you like surge a bit through your veins and you focus it in, and just a portion of white blood just like erupts in a spout from like a high pressure point at the finger and just out across an element, and some things just begin sealing up and healing. But as blood is spilt, the two nearby creatures are going to lurch towards you
That's fine.
and both take a bite action.
Oh, okay.
Less fine.
Great. Good.
As I'm conscious, I will use my reaction to make the first one disadvantage.
Okay. Just a moment. Unfortunately, I think a 19 still hits you, Poe.
Oh yeah.
Take 1 point of damage as it's got misaligned teeth that attempt to bite into your forearm, and it's more a pressure bite and pressure pain than it is an actual pierce.
Yeah.
The next one is going to try and bite down on your thigh, but
Okay.
fumbles against it with a 6. But I do need a strength save as they try to pull you in.
Great. Good. 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 I do not take that damage.
Fantastic.
Strength save. 11.
Okay, you are not pulled into the pit.
Like that for
You
me.
have bled, and as such, from the sides, from the shadows, out come more slumbering, shambling forms.
Yeah.
Lo, it's your go.
Just need to check in action economy
Oh.
thing first.
Yes, Lo.
That was my bonus action. For my action, can I attack one?
Yeah.
Did I put it on my fucking... I should write this down.
It's on your scimitar.
Thank you.
I don't know because you asked the same question last week.
I'm sure I did.
Just a moment. Let me check something. Okay, it is resistant to cold and fire damage. So
Great. I couldn't have done better either way.
the first one doesn't kill it, but the second one then hang on a sec. Does it?
I don't hit with an 8.
Against these things? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, these are just like cannon fodder.
AC 6 or 7.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
AC 7. So that's 6. That's 3 damage, and then that's 8, and then that's 3 damage, and then that's 7. So that's 15. Okay, you lob off an arm and you cut at the head, and the head is hanging on by a fraction of the neck muscles on one side, and it's just like trying to scramble towards you with the other arm.
Okay, cool.
Now it's your go, Lo.
But yeah. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. Hack these fuckers.
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word at 4th level. Mass Healing Word, I mean.
Understood. That's 10 points of healing to, I believe, everyone.
That's everyone. Yeah, I'll check the spell description.
Nope, I believe it's everyone. I believe it's enough.
It's a specific number of targets, but I think it's like 6 or something.
6 creatures of your choice, but that is basically
That's everyone that's
that's
here. I think.
basically everyone.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you have to just pick one person that you're not healing, basically.
How are you looking, Wittek?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm still. I'm at I'm like half. Like I'll be alright.
If you're
Okay.
including Kayuk in that, you don't have to. Kayuk is immune to fire. He didn't take any damage from the blast.
So just top Wittick up that little bit.
Yeah,
then.
you don't have to
Yeah.
include
Fine.
Kayuk. Kayuk's fine.
All right. Thanks for clarifying.
Food has been picked up.
And for my action, then I'm going to pew pew at the other enemy, if I can.
Understood. Pew pew away. Which one are you targeting?
The other one that doesn't have the head cut off.
So stabby this one. Pew pew that boy. That hits, and that hits. What's the damage? You gotta click on Eldritch Blast, love. The actual wording of it.
Yeah, I can't click that, hun.
Amber, Bobby.
Just tell me the roll, and if the fiery heart thing still applies.
Oh, Jesus wept. One sec. It's a D10 for both of them.
Ignore Prosper speaking in tongues.
What's the fire damage in addition, hun? That'd be, I believe, a D6 each?
It was either 1d6 or 1d8. I will take your
D6.
so 2d6.
Yeah, roll 2d6, love. You're focusing on the same target, so you don't have to roll separately.
Dang it. I tried.
And that's halved, and that's 18 total. Okay. There was a gaping wound in the one next to both the ones next to Prosper are very, very hurt, but not dead.
Yes.
Mike,
Sorry.
I'm just gonna wait a hot minute until my boy's back because now it is Oliver's turn.
That was bad timing.
Cthulhu always calls at the worst times.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
It's okay. We all do
I thought I was muted.
it. We all do it all the time.
Now, sir, speaking of Yoriguchi, what are you doing?
Is it my turn? Oof,
Mhm.
Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm still prone, aren't I? Like I'm not
You're
a desk
prone but conscious.
I'm prone but conscious. Right, and it will take an action for me to
Half your
stand up.
movement.
Half your movement, buddy.
Oh, just half my movement. So
Yes, sir.
I will stand up then. I will get up from the floor.
Understood. Up you get. You got 15 left.
Right. I will then use 5 charges on my staff of healing and use mass cure wounds. So that means I get to target, I think, 6 people, 6
Yep.
creatures
Yeah.
in the 30 radius to regain hit points equal to 3d8 plus my spell casting modifier. Because I don't have one set up for the actual staff, should I just use the mass cure wounds that I have on my
Yeah,
skill?
it'd be the same spell.
Mhm.
Yeah, it should be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so using your spellcasting modifier.
Very nice.
And so I will give that out to. Well, I can give that to everyone except KO's fine. So can I give to myself with mass cure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're counted in that, Chief.
Yes. Then
No, everyone else gets a lolly except you.
So everyone regains 23.
23.
You just doubled my HP. Thank you.
No worries. That's 13.
Back to full.
I'm
Thank
half
you, Bear.
good. And
Yeah,
then
half HP, half max HP, and doubled the amount I had.
now I have a choice with my bonus action.
You have one hell of a choice, sir.
Hmm.
I'm deciding between 2 things. Now, correct me if I'm wrong with what you said. These things are immune to fire, correct?
Resistant.
Resistant, but not
Half
immune.
damage.
There
Half
is a
damage.
very sharp difference between being resistant and
Okay.
immune to fire.
Well then, I am going to, with my bonus action, use Elemental Wild Shape to use 2 of my wild shapes to turn into a fire elemental.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
You light, ever-loving fuck up. Boom.
I'm just
Fire.
picturing like I've just slammed the staff on the ground to heal everyone, and then I've just like hit my chest and I've just burst into flames, just gone bang.
So, one moment, and I will
Yeah.
just make sure I've got this set up for you correctly.
That's what I'm talking about.
So you slam the staff down, and it lets out this massive swath of warm, healing light. And it is warm, and immensely warm, and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and your skin begins just like blackening, and underneath, just crackles of it fall away. and there is just flame raging and just erupts out, and your form swells to that of a fire elemental.
Hell yeah.
Just one sec, my lad, as I am currently setting up.
Yeah, no, as I said, I needed to very much confirm the fire thing because it was either going to be that or earth.
So no one needs to see you right now. You're going to go over there. And
Yep.
Serenus, under the beast shapes and summons, you should see Serenus's fire form.
Let's see.
Well, the fire form disappeared.
That was just because I clicked and dragged it onto the thing. Just go,
I can't move it when it's like that, but I can. It's that like I can't interact with my token.
I don't know why it always does that. It does my head.
But I can. I do have all the information for it though.
Fantastic.
So, ooh, hey baby, I'm on 102 hit points now.
Beef.
Yep.
Druids.
I'm gonna
Second
be
health
good
pool.
for a while, baby.
More health than me. God damn it.
Now I can click it. Now I can click it. Yeah.
Yeah, once you dragged it down, I had to amend something. There you go, sir. Right then, that is your turn to do that, but I believe you still can do some movement. And also, you light this place up because you are a big, bright motherfucker.
Yes. If I remember correctly, the element sheds bright light in a 30-foot
Be right
radius
back.
and dim in 30 after that. So
Ignore the thing I just pulled up. Ignore that.
So essentially, this entire partway down this hallway, partway both down these hallways, is lit up.
Would it be
Was it
easier
30
to
foot?
set up? Would it be easier to set up an aura to get this specifically?
Nah.
It's that.
There you go. There's the aura.
Yeah.
Well, that does help my descriptor, so thank you. So the hallway to the left is lit up a bit, and from your angle you can see the base of the stairs. And from the far side, Serenus, you're looking around at your larger form now above the bodies, which, by the way, are beginning to cook. You can see to the far side a trail of blood leading to the room on your right, where there are two of them, and at the very back you can just see a pod with blood trails leading towards it.
Right. Okay. Well, I got about 15 feet, so I'm just gonna kind of like walk like on top of
coming through.
No, I'm not gonna say excuse me. I'm gonna walk on top of them in this form, like I'm like moving my body over them while I move over here.
Just to say, you can enter a hostile creature space and stop there, and the first time you enter a creature space on a turn, it will take 1d10 fire damage. So would you like to roll 1d10 fire damage for those two little boys?
Yes, I would. So it's what 1d8,
1d10.
1d10. That's the first one,
Okay.
and then that's the second one.
As you just walk past, Poe, these things are biting and clawing at you, and you're pulling your blades, you're hacking, blasts are getting pumped into one of them, and just in like a wave, like a literal water wave, but of flaming heat, you've watched Serenus, who previously was a lichen, erupt into roaring, furious, primal flame, and just wash it over. And there are like things still gripping and biting onto you, but they slump off after a second because the rest of the bodies are just.
That makes my life a lot easier.
You're welcome.
Hey,
I did so much in one turn.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Druids,
Productive.
We love to see
Yeah.
it.
I healed everyone, and I just killed two things in one turn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cox is looking like, wait, I'm a monster hunter. Why can't I do that? That's
And
way
then-
more effective than what I'm doing.
And then I end my turn.
Understood. Also, let's be all real. Team efforts of everyone's getting each other up, and it's like you get up, now you get up, now you get up, now you do the cool thing. Whee!
It's a team effort.
Yep.
Widdick, speaking of team efforts, team effort.
Yep, I'll be there in just a second.
Whittick has literally gone out to get some food from the canteen and has come back down.
The paladin's arriving with the orange slices.
It's fidget slug time.
Just,
I'm
just
sorry.
picturing us all in the dark, like in a horror game, just like hacking at things, and then it just shows up with a McDonald's bag.
No,
No,
You got chicken
I
nuggets.
had
I
I
have
had I had a slightly more hilarious image. Everything just stopped, and Flame Serenus is like, "Oh, it's slug time," and he's just holding a slug.
Just like goes narrow, the arms like take away, and they just begin doing the worm.
it does a
Okay.
slugma.
I just remembered the perfect gift that describes this exactly. It's that scene out of Community when he walks in with the pizza and there's all the fire on the floor. People are hurt
Yeah.
on the ground. There's literally what just happened.
Yeah.
So Whittick, you just watch Serenus erupt into fire and roll over 2 things after healing everyone.
Sweet.
What would you like to do, sir?
Is my sword and shield on the ground here?
They're somewhere.
Cool. That doesn't matter at this point.
And
And
You'll
you
be
could
able to
probably
see
like
them
stop
now.
it. So Whittick,
Seems up for me.
yeah, I'm gonna charge over here.
here I can contribute over here. Understood. You have the sword out.
And which is glowing from radiant.
Yes, sir.
I think that hits.
Okay. They are vulnerable to radiant. So with that, you slice through one.
Okay, cool. And then the other?
You slice through the first one, you certainly slice through the second. Essentially, as you're running, you hack at one of them and your shoulder checking it as you go. And you just like spin and chop the other one. As you're there, I want a perception check from you as you like basically chop those two moving into their space. Very nice. You're there and you're taking into the scene like, what the fuck's going on? Like you're trying to analyze the space in this like almost slated and like shoddily crafted and carved out stonework down below here from a much older and worn time, and you can just see like you just hear from the top of the stairs just that's it. You can't see that far up.
Sure, that's fine.
I think there's something over here. Something not great. And then bonus action. I don't think actually I can have anything I could do bonus wise. Yeah, no. That'll just be my turn.
Okay. With that, it is going to be the rejected forms turns. And essentially, what they do is, now feel free to roll 1d10 twice, Sarah, because they're going to run right past you and through your space to do this. Okay? And okay. They run past you and just leap into the pile whilst also congealing together in a way.
Oh no.
And you just begin hearing just like a deep guttural noise as they do. And just one large bone protruded fleshy hand erupts out and just tries to sock Serenus right in the mug.
Would
Almost
they be
certainly.
doing that with bludgeoning?
They are, but
So
it's a bludgeoning that will be resisting or negating your effects, I'm afraid.
I thought because it's have damage resistance to it was all.
This this has been quite a challenge on this map of getting these sorted. Just a moment.
It's okay.
Oh, good, oh, good.
There we go. There's that ugly bastard. It's gonna swing twice as the corpulent form slams out towards you twice. And you take 28 points of damage, not resisted.
Yep, well, that's fine. I can take that.
Kika, you're up above. It is now your turn.
Yeah.
What this looks like from above. I didn't even think about that.
Kika's not gonna sleep well tonight, guys.
It's just a horror pitch.
She's not gonna sleep well tonight. Friendly reminder that she's a child. She is
Or her
going.
friends just getting slashed in bed.
She's going to gradually and carefully fly down. She's maintaining concentration on the slow. So obviously she does sort of look up, but can to see what he's doing. But I guess he's doing not a lot because he's slowed.
Correct.
And she is gonna come down. How much movement does this guy have? She's gonna have her spirit fly over to her and essentially cling on to her so that it's
Clicking
in the
on
same
her,
space.
she goes down. Cool, bullet.
Quick side note, actually, because I was just reading over. When it swung at me, because it hit me, wouldn't you have also, because it states here, when they enter my space.
I'll get to that on either its turn or when you do more fire damage to it.
Okay,
there's
okay,
something
that's all,
that'll
because
occur.
I saw it mention it. If it
I know,
hit me,
I know,
it
I know. I'm aware. You're good, bud. You're good.
Kika will do Eldritch Blast on this big mound that has appeared.
I will say as well, it's not like it's a mound of like several portions of skull that are put together to seem like the form of a cranium, and several portions of jawline and jawbone. As it's there, it doesn't have a waist down or like a portion of its torso. It's just in the flesh.
Ugh.
So
Gross.
shoot away.
Gross.
Yep, that hits.
And it's the second one because of my current level. There you go. Ooh, 1 point. Yay. There you go.
Well, knowing you fuckers, you tend to kill my shit with exactly like accurate damage. So don't worry.
And she can't move as much as her brother, so she's hovering a little bit off the floor.
By how much?
Only probably about 5 foot. Like, not much.
At the end of your turn, Destiny is going to attempt to dispel magic, the effect you've put on him. With
I
his
mean, he has to
legendary
roll to see if he can even do that.
I know.
Okay.
So, what's it
okay.
again? You have to roll a d20, and is it just flat number?
Let me double check. Because I don't have the spell in my spell list because I mimicked it. Slow. Player's handbook, slow. Attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action. Roll a d20 on an 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it cannot, the spell is wasted.
Okay, well, we're there. So it's slowly attempting.
He is slowly trying to cast a spell. Wait,
It's better.
is he still in an area of silence?
I'm gonna keep
I
it.
think silence went.
Yeah, it's a concentration, so who
It
cast
was
it?
the question.
Yeah.
It was the question. So the answer is
Yeah,
yes.
it got
right.
dropped. It got dropped.
Need to
It was very
stop
useful
that.
for the time it was there, though. Okay. Right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. With that, the Myrmidian is going to tag in. And, okay. It throws back its so for the sake of flair, it's doing its 2 attacks, but not to be boring. It throws down its hammer and shield and just reaches in and attempts to rip this thing's spine out.
Which one?
The
And
one
other
that's
awful for questions.
I mean, come on, you got to be honest with that. This abomination, it might have like several spines.
the
Mhm.
one that looks like it's probably the most key one. So
Oh
let's see
no,
if
it's
it
a
gets it.
load-bearing spine.
Loads parents.
You clumsy! Oh,
We finally worked out what's wrong with me, guys.
The load bearings.
I don't have a load bearing spine.
so
I need another spine installed.
Just gotta tell.
So,
just gotta tell the
it breaks
contract.
Oh, you were gonna make a horror one? You were gonna make a horror session? Well,
Nope, you should have known.
as it
we can
reaches
make it
in-
worse.
As it reaches in to grab at the creature's spine, it does successfully claw its one arm in, and then its other hand begins glowing as it attempts to do a strike in. And let's see if it gets it off, which it does, because it has advantage because of flanking, because there's enough fucking people around this thing. And it's going to do an additional 3d10 thunder damage on the spinal cord of this creature.
God, I wish.
20, 35 damage.
Not bad. Not bad.
And the creature is going to have to make a constitution check. Which it fails. The creature cannot be knocked prone, but with this effect, it has been stunned.
Yes.
Kayer,
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I nearly killed Nero.
Oh.
what would Kayer like to do on this turn?
Kayak
I'll-
would like to. No, that's not good.
Also,
Fuck.
fair no, folks. Someone who's going to be controlling one, their turn is coming.
How are people looking health-wise now?
I think after the combined efforts of the bard and the druid,
We all just gained 34 HP.
Can someone tell me how one's HP is looking?
One will be
34.
on. Yeah, one will be on 24. I'm on 37.
Kayak will scooch round the outside here and will give one another top up as well.
okay.
8. Oh no, 6 plus 8.
14. Is that all he does?
As a bonus action, he is going to give Runara inspiration.
Okay. When Kayak finishes his turn, flying down and performing that spell, and the bit of gold and healing energy washes off of him, that growling, hungry, animalistic noise comes back again, Wittig. And
Oh,
from the top of the stairs, you just see barreling down a half-mutated, size of a troll humanoid. One side of its arm is draconic scaled in green, and it just barrels towards all of you.
Uh-oh.
Looks down in towards
fuck
the
are you?
room, and bile and ichor begin spewing from its mouth as pre-digestive fluids just retch out from it. And in a 30-foot cone,
Probably everyone.
Having the fucking message and then
Kika's the only one. Kika and Serenus's current form are the only ones not hit by this.
Jesus.
So let's see. Let's see firstly what it does.
Blue, we might have to update the answer to your question in a second.
I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone, please. Bar
Fantastic.
Kika, and I think yes, Kika and Serenus. You don't have to make it. Everyone else, I need a dexterity saving throw. Anyone who's on the ground, you have disadvantage. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a success.
I rolled a 2.
That's a fail.
I've got a +6.
Would someone like to roll for King?
Oh. Okay, you got it? You're muted,
Oh.
but I'm taking that as a yes.
I can, but I don't have access.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do you not? I thought you did.
I was like, wizard, give.
Yeah.
Assigned wizard.
100.
1 sec, folks. There you go. I just amended it, and everyone has control of
Wait.
1.
It's 10 foot, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to
So King.
remember.
So King will get it.
1 for all and all for one.
Within 10
Yeah.
foot of me, yeah. So 10 foot
Yeah.
of me.
And she has disadvantage, so it might be needed.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Just so. Oops. Accidentally clicked.
What
We'll
is
I also need it from Kayak as well, please.
what's the inspiration? Is it D8?
From low?
Yes, it's a D8.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
for
smash, I'm gonna smash my inspiration on my save.
Okay.
Also, the Meridian also has my
Yikes,
my
Kaya.
blessing.
Ally, worthy ally.
Rolled at
The Meridian
And I
succeeds.
start,
The
I
Meridian
summoned to
succeeds.
die.
It's a 14 for me. Let me do. Let me
One.
do 1. It's the loneliest number.
This Meridian is the
Sensation.
tankiest meat shield we ever had.
It's better. Honestly, I summoned it. It's better than me. It's gonna replace me. It's my next form.
Oh, the character sheet confuses me.
Just hit the save, buddy. Don't look at the rest of it and don't touch it.
Oh, shh, don't look.
Don't look at
Pretend
how
it's
Nemo
not there.
organises their sheets. I had to look at Grunt's sheet once.
Yeah.
Okay, they
That-
succeed as well.
that's-
So everyone who rolled above a 12 only has to take half of it. As you take 14 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Just remembering 1 was on 24, plus the bit you just did, right? Plus the
Correct.
12, plus the 14 you just did, so 38.
Plus the one from Low earlier, which I think
That was the. That was that. I think.
No, Low
right?
did a light one. Serenus did a massive one. Now there
Yeah.
was another light one.
Okay,
Let's go back up.
We can skip over
Wait,
this
the-
question if it's a little bit complicated, but Kayak had that whole thing happen to him with like different types of scales, and like black was one of the colours that was mixed in with that. So how does acid even react to him anymore?
I'm
Right.
getting to him in a
Can
sec.
we-
Oh, okay.
Add 10 to okay. Add 10 to his to one's health as well, please. That's it. Now, Kayak, as this hits him, and the feathers reach up, it begins boiling off feathers and skin. Whatever this thing is, there's an immediate reaction of Kayak. Of this is something that hunts me. He is vulnerable to all damage from this.
Oh fuck. Okay, double that.
Now then, it's one's turn. Not much has happened to them.
To confirm, that 14 damage, is it halved if we save,
Or-
yeah?
Yes, so 7 if you
So
succeed.
27.
And as
Okay.
people took damage in the pot,
We gotta get out of this flesh pile, y'all.
What type? What type?
Mm.
That was acid, right? You said.
Yeah, I said yeah.
that's the damage.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Why does Nemo choose spells that I've never used before? She uses innovation, like.
No one saw that. No one saw that. No one
No one
saw
saw
that.
what?
know what you're talking about.
Also, if I need to, I'll get rid of that circle.
For now, it's fine. Also, folks, to no one's surprise, the rejected creations go at the end of the initiative because they are slow.
Okay, one turn, right?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Fuck. Okay. They've got a very specific spell selection here.
It do be like that.
Nemo go for normal spells? Nah.
These are some real spells, guys. What does this spell do? Does one in their undeathly goddessness recognize these creatures to be undead or not?
These are not undead.
Okay, sweet.
These creatures have a very unique form of category. Monstrous or aberration would suit them, but the category that I've deemed for them is wrong.
What is this? Too many types and just creating shit now?
The Uncanny Valley would also apply, but that was like 2 stages ago. They were probably in the Uncanny Valley.
Sorry, I'm just working out how they work. They're gonna cast a spell, probably.
Okay. Would they like to stand up?
Oh yeah, they would stand up. That's 100% sure they would do that. What the no AoE, no AoE, absolutely zero AoE. They're gonna cast a second level false life on themselves.
Okay.
Great.
Solid.
Great.
Yep. So roll
It's 1d4 plus 9 basically.
1d4. Yeah, 1d4 plus 9. Roll it ahead.
They get 11 temporary hit points.
That's good. It's better than none.
And if they try and move, they're gonna get hit by this fucking thing, aren't they?
Maybe.
They will stay where they are.
At the end of one's go, Destiny used the legendary action to finish casting Dispel Magic.
How far away are they?
About 50 foot up.
Counter spell.
Okay.
4th level.
You do have to roll.
If I'm doing it at 4th level.
I believe you still do.
Unless I meet the spell or higher level. So if you cast in Dispel Magic at 5th level or higher, then I have to roll.
Yep, you have to roll.
That's right. Jesus.
Welcome back, Faris.
There's a reason why I DM'd Kay. I was like, there's a wizard going.
And then
Take
he
it.
got one that was made by Nemo.
Yeah, that's the price.
Just a moment. Am I correct with Dispel Magic? It's just roll 1d20 plus your mod, and that's against the spell DC, correct?
No, the spell DC
level.
for my counter spell is 10 plus the spell level.
No. I mean Dispel Magic.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same.
Same.
10 plus
Yeah.
10 plus the spell level. So whatever level slow is, you've got to roll 10 plus that. Well, it depends what level slow. You're muted, Blue.
I believe it's the
yeah,
height.
it's a level 3 spell, but Kika's a warlock, and her current spell level is 5 on warlock.
So you cast it at 5th level. So unless they're spelling magic at 5th level,
They have to roll a d20 plus.
that's if they're doing it less than 5th level, then my counter spell will just go through.
Well,
That's the thing.
they're doing it, and they still have to beat it. This is them pulling it off, and now they have to actually get rid of it. Which I believe it's 10 plus the spell level, which would
That's
be
the spell
5,
level.
which is a fail. So, still slowed, and at the start of his turn, he's going to try to do it. He's going to, essentially, you can't quite see from above, but he has actions and options. And you guys just hear a thunk, and the floor begins closing. And it's now time for the rejected's go. Now, it has been struck by fire,
Yes.
and flesh all about its body begins to boil and bubble as it enters a rage. We'll see if it does. I must roll a d6. You do not want me to roll a 6.
Oh, let's go.
So,
Gamble.
it has still been stunned by the Myrmidian. The Berserker was not unleashed, and as such, it did not break out of the stun. Its turn has now been spent. We are going to Runara. You are on the floor.
While still on the floor, Lunara's gonna hold her holy symbol and say a very quick prayer to Verona. And he's gonna try and use a bonus action to, instead of manifest her burning light in a offensive way, to do the thing that we spoke about and try and manifest a set of burning wings. Try.
Okay. Did we, you have to forgive me because it was a while ago. This was on a religion check, was it? Or...
We've never done this before, and you never told me how we were going to do it. You just said
Yeah.
There'll be a roll.
So what I'm going to ask you for is, because of where this is coming from, I'll ask you to make a religion check with advantage.
Thank you. Could I
The
get?
DC for this will be 10. If you wish to change this in the next 7 days, it will become 15, then 20, so on.
Sweet.
You succeed?
And then with this bright burning set of, do they just look like flames? These wings. I'm going to use my action to dash and fly 60 foot straight up.
Understood. As you're there, the wings flat out, and they basically just erupt out from your chest, more or less, in a way, like your heart just boom. And just out from there, they coalesce above, and they're already picking you off your feet, and you shoot up with your dash, all the way up, and you are above the floor as it's beginning to close.
I'm also saying I'm dashing because I'm assuming I only get a 30-foot flight speed.
You do. You
Okay.
do.
That's what I can do.
Okay. You are now up there. For now, I'm just going to move you over to
Yes,
here.
just move me.
You are now up there alone with Destiny. With that, it is now the Dragon Flesh Grafter, which is going to make a hungering charge and is going to lurch directly towards Kayak. Wittek, I need a strength saving throw. Wittek, roll me 5d6, please.
Ooh.
Fuck.
You are launched 15 foot.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Oh, that thing. Wait.
It just bodied in, and it's now going to lurch towards, and it's going to make... Actually, let's see if it gets its acid wretch back. Oh no, it did.
Oh boy.
It is going to attempt to grab Kayak. I'm going to need an athletics check.
Okay.
But firstly, it's part of its clawing attack. I have to see if it successfully grabs you.
Okay.
An 11 does not grab him. Neither does a 12, I think.
I mean, I'm gonna have to roll, I assume. Or
No,
is it
these
just
were-
versus his strength?
Essentially, he was rolling to attack first.
Oh.
If he
Oh, yeah.
successfully caught him, then it would be a grab check.
Yeah, no, AC 17.
Okay. So he bludgeoned you back with a bonus action. He got his wretch back, and now he's literally just trying to maul at Kairk. With that, that is his go. Oh, and by the way, he absolutely just squashes the flesh piece beneath him, like just under a boot. Not under a boot. As it's there now, you can see there are spines and ridges all the way up its back, which are malformed in ways that they're splitting to sides and going it there's an uncomfortableness of even its visage of it's not meant to move that way, and that body should not be able to function in the way that it is as it's reaching and retching in pain. And let's see who's within. Wait, have you got the paladin effect to make people immune to being frightened? I believe you do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, marvelous. And that's a 10-foot, is it?
Yeah. So I
Okay.
need to.
Which
Actually,
it
20.
won't affect. So I'm going to need Carrick to do it with disadvantage.
Mhm.
And King needs to just make it a straight roll against the horrid presence.
What does King have from exhaustion right now?
Disadvantage on all checks and all saving throws still.
Is there any movement speed? Shit, I didn't know.
I think movement speed is there. I think it's.
So
She's
I don't
still
know what
half
exhaustion level they're at. They're not going to written down.
I think a disadvantage on all is first level exhaustion. So it's
disadvantage
probably
on all
first.
checks, saving throws. They're literally just one up from bottom, so I think they're on exhaustion level 4. They can actually move now. That's the thing.
The speed is
Even then,
halved. Then
Even then, they can barely move around.
Okay. And what was this? What save? Sorry.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
damn, Kayak can't roll.
I was going to say, but it's still the dice made its favor. Blue, next time you make this save for Kairk, I'll need you to use the stat he has the lowest in.
That is his wisdom. It makes no difference. He's got a +0.
Okay, he takes 3 points of psychic damage, and he can't shift forms.
Oh no. 3 points. That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Lo, it's your go.
Okay.
A lot has changed since your last turn.
For my bonus action, I'm going to use. Let me check what it's called because it's been a while. Yeah, for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay. I believe that's the one that gives out temporary hit points.
And gives chance for people to use their reaction immediately to move its speed without invoking opportunity attacks.
Okay, you can choose a number of people equal to your charisma modifier.
So that will be a +4. So that will be Kayak 1.
One will get no benefit from this at the moment, so give it to someone else. They can't get temporary hit points from more than one source,
Movement speed element as well.
and they've got no reaction.
Right, okay. Never mind
So-
then. Kayak, Wittig, Kika, and Prosper.
Bird love.
Okay, 5 temporary hit points for each of you. Oh, actually, you are past level, and that goes up to
11.
Yeah, so you guys get 11 temporary hit points.
Ooh. 11
Even better.
and 11.
And you guys get to book it your movement speed.
How is the movement in the shit?
If you were pulled into it, it would be very bad. You were
But
not
could I
pulled into
do
it.
this, like, physically? Is there enough
Yes,
space for me to move
There is
there?
physically enough space for you to do that. It's essentially with the guile and aid of the bard,
Oh,
you
actually go
more or
here.
less dash about and you lunge and dip and dive and do.
Yeah. I'll take the distraction. Thank you, that made my life so much easier.
Good there.
Also barely just go, you.
melee, 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 melee.
You've saved me a misty step charge.
Okay. I mean, Kayak flies 80 foot upwards.
Yep. He must move away from this thing, which means he is now up where.
He's back on the top floor
Renard-
again.
Yep, he's up.
Actually,
with
more
Renard.
than that. You've saved me a misty step charge and a blood maledict to get Kayak.
There we go.
And I think she's concerned, Kika is going to fly upwards as well.
Okay, we will shift back to that map when it goes to you guys' turn.
Fair.
Okay.
Right. That was all on my bonus action.
Yes, you have an action.
And
Bart.
as my
Lo just went, I want my party to do things.
and as my main action, I'm probably going to regret this, but I want to cast Phantasmal Killer.
Ooh.
Phantasmal killer. Whew, what are you casting that on?
On the dragon scale.
Ooh,
Creature.
Wisdom save?
yes.
Yeah.
40-10, nice. And that's good
Yes,
versus.
nasty. And it's
And-
concentration. It keeps happening.
What's your... Ooh, no, he fails the DC. 20...
Oh, you hurt him.
And they're
So-
frightened.
Mm.
Frightened.
Ooh.
So, as you do that, what does your phantasmal killer take the form of?
Whatever it fears most. That's how it works.
I either want to say go for it, hun, or I want to say basically the image that Lo has of what of what Vlakith looks like. So it's not necessarily what he saw, but sort
But
of
what
like
he remembers.
what he remembers, and it's an artistic representation of Vlakith as well.
So, as this creature is there, and it just like grabs at its head for a brief moment, it's screaming and roaring out in pain, and looks around before looking up. And I'm gonna do both. There's a brief moment where, for all about, you can just see the picture of a beautiful warrior in gorgeously crafted plate armor, long hanging hair behind his head, and a single sword in hand, staring down with disgust, contempt, and hatred to this thing. As it shifts, wings erupt all about it before Vlakith steps forward. That being was much more human. This one is a horrific form of Vlakith. And this creature sees something it turns her to, and it just begins weeping into itself in fear and pain. Poe, follow that up.
I won't. Listen, all of you fuckers have got like a support element, and I kind of do, but mostly what I put on this earth to do is kill shit.
Well, you have advantage to kill this shit.
I'm gonna try, and Kayak is out of here, so I don't have to worry about that. Which means I can just attack. And I'm gonna, like, having taken Lo's distraction to move, I'm gonna try and, like, harry it in such a way that should help pull it away from the rest of the party, at least.
Okay. Well, let's see what damage you do.
If I even hit.
You do have advantage. That certainly hits. As does that.
Great.
$22 damage. Very nice. You just like slide under this thing as it goes, and almost like with a corkscrew as you move, both scimitars like are lit, like your scimitar is lit up on one side, and the flame and cold, like that frost flame might almost affect you, like sheets across to the other one of like a moonlight cold, as you slice at both of its legs as you go under it and pull up and draw the blades out, and it just like reels as it like nearly half crumbles down before lurching and swinging towards you.
And I will also, while I'm here, like look left and right down whatever strange corridor this is.
To your what is now your right, which is the bottom of the map, is of just an empty end of corridor.
Fantastic. My favorite thing to see.
Above you is a staircase.
Also fantastic. I'll just shout out, stairs on my left. Go past if you got it, I got you. And I'll just like hold position, keeping an eye on like Winnick, who's like my other melee point person, and trying to coordinate. Actually, I'll move one step here so Winnick can get flanking.
Flanking.
Helping.
You're helping.
Pox is like, I said this to Blue, not to tangent. This is for Pox what Kika is in any sort of like crazy magical bullshit. This is like the horrors. Pox is like in her element. This is what she knows how to do.
As you're there and you slice through it, it's blood like you've used your own blood on it, and you've watched as like that cold actually like hits, and your blood's effect on this thing seems to cut through and sink in deeper than you would have anticipated as well. And there's like elements across their knee and joints, and by those like arterial, like primary artery areas that you've cut, that it would be gouting blood if not for the congealment of frost about it. And at the end of your turn, Destiny, who's still up above, just very slowly, as like his last legendary action of the turn, is taking out a biscuit and is proceeding to. And as he bites down on it, the slow dissipates.
Bitch.
This man's got mana cookies. Just fucking home. Hey, dispel.
I was fully waiting for the ones from Alice in Wonderland. I was like, is this bitch about to get really big or really small?
I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly tempted, but I'm not making an Alice in Wonderland joke the one time Nemo's
I was
not
gonna
here.
say I will be representing Nemo for this session. I speak for the defense.
Your Honor, we plead to double it and give it to the next person on murder charges. Anyway, Serenus, would you like to continue your Kaiju Rock'em Sock'em fight?
He might be AFK because he said.
Damn it, Bobby!
He left instructions for us in the code.
Yeah, just
I want to touch the green boy. Unfortunately, he can't get to the green boy without going through allies. Because he is too big.
I think fire elementals can fly, but I think they also have a teleport, don't they?
No, that's Baldur's Gate.
Let me check.
They find elemental misty step in Baldur's Gate, but I don't
Yeah.
think they actually do in real life.
They in real life.
Real life.
So
In
what I will
real
say
DNA.
is, he can fly up and over, and pass through the big guy as he goes, and he's gonna land here, and is going to proceed to try and rock him, sock him. But I kind of want to let him. Be here to do his punches. But he said it was an emergency, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, he said do it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
can always go for a toilet break if you're desperate for it, but we don't know if he'll be back.
Yeah, let's just go.
I'll just do the punches for now, because. So firstly, he's going to fly over the Bernie boy. And does 1 point of fire damage to the rejected flesh pile. Then does. As he just like you guys watch as he flies not past it, but directly on top of the flesh grafter, and entirely encompasses it. And you just hear muffled screams.
Shit, good shit.
As its charred corpse freezes in place. But he's still got a punch, so I'm gonna have him rock him sock him to the one that's to King's side and to the one down below next to Wittick.
Girls, we
Touch.
did all this movement just for nothing.
I'm used to it,
Sorry.
bud.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have advantage. I will need to amend this on his sheet. Otherwise, that'd be something else. Let's see, where is this? Toggle, and I'll let him toggle a whisper. And let him do another touch. And let's see, that was 8, and then that was 21. That is enough to kill one of these outright, so he does just touch it, and it just immolates as well. And with that, Wittick, it's your turn, sir.
All right. Well, gonna move over top of this corpse.
Oh.
Ew. And then just flash at the fucking flesh golem.
Go ahead. Does that hit? It does.
You're the DM.
Fuck if I know.
You must be the one who knows.
One does not know the way that the dice rolls. Neither
One does not know
the
because one's not here right now.
You broke my joke.
And also, I'm gonna do a divine smite. It's a level 1/1. Don't add that 3 on the top. Just 12. I have the gut
Okay,
thing
no, it's all good,
programmed.
bud. So I will say this thing is vulnerable to your damage. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
6, 15, 21, 31, 50, 55. Very nice. You hack into this big thing, and as you slash into it with big, heavy, brutal cuts, you slash open its torso, and the smaller ones begin pouring out.
Ew.
Gross.
Kind of fucked up clown car is this?
Awful.
Well, don't you know we have a Kickstarter?
God, no. Fuck off, Chuckles.
Sometimes I still hear the screams.
Also, actually, it's only 49. Because the radiant on the divine isn't. The one on top is just accidentally in there.
Okay. Right, that is your turn. Now the swarm. Kika, you said you're in the air, so that's understood.
Mhm.
But they are going to attempt to... Yeah, they're going to go for the magically inclined that are closest to them, so that's going to be them attempting to drag in King, and that's going to be them attempting to drag in Low. So we're going to begin with the ones on Low. Or, the ones on King, excuse me. So, does not have advantage. Misses and misses on low, on King, and now on Low I have 3 attacks to make.
A quick question.
Yes.
How would the cloak of displacement play into this?
Oh, that would be disadvantage then.
Yeah.
Which is important, hun. Very important, because I just crit you.
Ooh.
So what's your AC, hun?
AC is 14.
Okay, congratulations. You turned a crit to a miss. Now the next one. And the final one. Yeah, essentially there are 2 lows like dancing in place, and one pseudopod cracks into the wall from one of these creatures and just dodges through all these attacks. Okay, now with that, it's the top of the turn. Kika, I am just going to quickly shift everyone back up.
Mhm.
One moment now. Okay, so just work with me for a second as I'm just going to take some of the party who is not here out of here.
Sorry.
Hey, you moved me. I'm there.
Daddy,
I'm trying to find me in the shadows.
I fucking found you. You're fine. You're not here either. Get out of here, Meridian. You're cool, but you're not getting back up that fast. Just imagine he just goes into the rock, comes up with you guys. So his foot has like basically with like the back of his hip clocked back up the lever and it's closing the pit in the ground.
Okay. Kika's going to attempt to do what she did last time. She's going to make an Archon roll to try to cast slow on him again.
Okay. Make an Archon check. I believe the last time we said this was a spell that you knew but wasn't casting, so I think the DC was 13. Am I correct?
Don't remember, but sure.
We'll say it's 13.
It was 13!
Hey, I did remember. Welcome back, Ollie. You were
Thank
a
you.
boss ass bitch, buddy.
I watched on the stream. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. You're good, man. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
I
good.
meet the DC.
Can I? Oh yes, because it's gonna be. Well, it's your. Well, yes, you made it, so now you may cast slow. So can I just confirm again the effects of a slow, please?
I mean, I'd have to read it from
Is it a wisdom save?
read it from the book again. Because I don't have it on my character sheet. So let's slow. Slow. You alter time around 6 creatures of your choice when cube. Each type must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, he's gonna counterspell you at 6th level.
Valid. There goes his reaction, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would have been my action. I don't have bonus action stuff. So I'm going to dip down the corridor slightly.
Okay. As you're there, he looks towards you and looks towards the three of you that are up here and goes, "Oh, you all have just been truly annoying, and you register what you did to me last time as well. Make no mistake, I'm not gonna let you get that chance again." And he is going to attempt to cast Hold Person at 3rd level, or at 4th level, to catch all three of you. So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from all three of you, please.
Can I Archon reaction, or is this definitely a once per turn thing?
Once per turn.
Okay.
Runar, is there a reason you roll with advantage?
I've got advantage against all spells. I've got the spell shield.
Understood. Kika?
It's disadvantage on spell attacks against me and advantage on spell saves.
Good, bud. All good.
16.
Fail.
It's a good thing I went in the corridor then. And Kayak. Scroll up.
He also succeeds. So he doesn't manage to paralyze any of you to make you fall the entire distance back down. As at the end of your turn, Kika, the floor beneath you up into place. And as you're there, and you're in that corridor, and you're moving basically down towards it, you look up, and you see two figures in the hallway.
Shit.
They don't seem to be taking an immediate aggressive stance against you. Just more of a freeze in the moment kind of thing. And with that, the Myrmidian down below. Let's get back. I'm just gonna shift myself down there because I'm not gonna shift you guys down just to watch this guy smash the shit out of a bunch of little guys, but that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna pick back up his hammer. Let's see if he gets back his thunder. He does not. And he's going to swing with his maul twice. Once. And he pummels one of the fleshy rejections. Okay. Kaerk, it's now his turn.
Okay, Kayak is stressed. Kayak is very unhappy. Kayak is going to throw caution to the wind, and he fucking flies up to Destiny, and he takes the fucking shove action to yeet him into the pit.
It's closed, right?
It's in the process of closing, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
It is fully closed now.
Yeah, it was at the end of your turn. It fully closed.
Yeah, it's at the end of your turn to fully
I didn't
close.
realize it was fully closed. Never mind. He is going to take the shove action, and is just going to fucking... No, he's going to take the grapple action. He's going to fucking body him to the floor.
Okay. As he attempts to grapple him, boom, 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 boom.
It's not
against
damage.
the- No, but you're trying to hold him, and it just against him. It's not like a.
Don't know
It's
that's
not
how
like
that
a.
works, but okay.
Is it
It's not
like
like
a globe of anybody?
It's not like it's a second layer. Like it's repulsive to anything trying to grip it.
Right.
It's like more of like a resistant bubble and like a force field almost in a way of like you can't get in.
Hmm.
There are some evil smiles being traded.
Comparing picture cubes.
It's because Kay was biting on his insulin pen again. I was like, stop it. Don't do that.
Okay. I can't do that. None of this is helpful.
If you want, he can just try to activate the lever.
I think that's all he can do, because there's nothing here that is useful. So yeah. Flies over and tries to pull the lever back to reopen it, I guess.
Okay. You pull it down, and it essentially just drops the pit again immediately. And the light comes down again, and that gust of wind hits people down below as just the big, heavy slab stones just whoop against the sides again.
Can you try to snap off the lever?
Yeah, I could say you could make that an athletics check to do that if you'd like. If you'd like to try to make an attack with something as well to do it, he could also do that.
Rolled a... Damn, 14. Jesus Christ. Hey, it cannot roll.
Kaerk is trying, but...
He's having a bad day.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, the stuff's hitting the boy. This has been an eventful last 24 hours for him. And, I will say this. As he's attempting to pull this lever and break it, there's a moment of just sheer unadulterated frustration. He has been able to hurt loyalty. He was absolutely mauled and had a fight or flight response down below. Kika, you can just see from him, like as like you're turning and looking at all that's going on, and Runara, you see this as well. His beak turns into a maw for a half second, and he just bites the fucking lever and snaps it. And just like looks like that downed like face directly up towards it of a snarl as frustration towards Destiny, who's there going, what the fuck was that? And at the end, is that the end of his turn?
I mean, yeah, that'd be his action. There's no bonus actions.
He looks to this. Oh, you're more than what you are. And an Archon is in here too, and whatever the fuck you are.
Don't wave at him!
Okay.
Okay.
And you just see it. He just pulls out an item, and it's a rod. and he just begins
Is it
twisting it.
immovable?
He
Oh.
just begins twisting the head towards something. Like he's moving the actual like shaft of it and is holding the head of it and just clicks into a point. That shouldn't kill you. And just point blanks Kairk. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, if
Okay.
you could roll above 10 at any point today, that would be wonderful for my blood pressure.
Well, good news. He's not paralyzed, but he will be taking half of this. He'll be taking 8 points of thunder damage.
It's okay. That gets tanked up by the temp HP.
I will be right back.
Hi, bud. And with this, at the end of that blast, we are going to shift maps again and make our way down to his workshop for one's turn.
Move the map. Where is it? There we are. One's gonna be super easy. And it's gonna disengage.
Okay?
Try and slip around this corner here. Oh, I've got 15-foot movement, right?
Oh yeah, Kairk's not here anymore, so I'm just gonna...
I'm gonna say that. Hold on. Hang on.
I just have a pile of players in a corner.
This is where I keep my birds.
Sorry. You're trying to say something, Kay. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh no, actually, I'm saying and thinking at the same time. Yes. Gonna expeditious retreat.
Understood.
And it's going to be a disengage action, so it's 30-foot movement, so it's halved.
Yep.
And go like right back here.
Okay. You basically just squeeze past, and Serenus can like just shimmy the whole weight, like the momentum up for a second, and as they get through, and one gets through, it just like swings back into place.
Well, right here.
Got you. I got you.
By your control.
Don't understand. Ignorant or ignorant, whatever it is.
Or something like that.
Someone played too much more.
All right, Blight Town, come on.
Something in elemental.
At the end of that turn, we're gonna go back to Destiny. Okay, you're all pissing me off now. And he just like begins shuffling, like as if like someone is haggling him for $1 on a street corner. He's like, "Oh fuck, do I have something in my pocket for you?" And just like begins pulling through for things. It just pulls out just. Where is that fucking scroll? And he's just like digging through, going, "What the fuck is it? What the fuck is?" Ah, here we go. Pulls out a scroll. Looks between all three of you. You're going to be the biggest problem if you keep going. And as he points towards you, Kika, and begins reading from his scroll. And he's going to attempt. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Das, I just messaged Blue the words, "Don't die."
Well,
this second.
Would you like the
Girls.
good news? If she fails this, she won't die.
Not outright.
I feel like she should be teleported far, far
You
away.
all need to stop talking, okay?
Oh no.
Oh god, my rolls tonight.
Kika, as you're moving, it begins to be difficult to keep moving. As your flesh begins to harden.
Not this shit again. Fuck me.
You have begun to experience the effects of flesh to stone. If you fail 2 more saves, DC 16, you will be turned to stone. Anyway,
So just
back
don't
to
do that.
anyway back
Just
to the
don't.
pit.
Don't do that.
Hopefully, there's a way to reverse turning the stone.
There is.
I mean, there is.
We
It's
don't want to
provided
get
someone-
we don't want to get to that point, Cernus.
I was gonna say this is
Look,
preventative measures.
Look, you know, you hope for the best, expect the worst. Okay.
Worst.
Okay, it does not berserk, but it is going to, rather than making any number of attacks, it is going to attempt to perform its once a day action into the pit. All of the aberrations about it fail this save as pseudopods erupt out from the mass and pull them in, with bone-crunching, slobbering noises. And those same pseudopods reach out and strike towards each player. I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone, bar Serenus, who cannot be restrained, or the people behind Serenus.
I got you guys.
Bitch.
Got
I
you
can be
guys.
restrained.
As they attempt to reach through, here's the
Go
thing
ahead.
though, Widdick, you are right next to it, so this isn't restraining for you per se. This is more of a thing of, that's a massive fire, it can't be hurt. This is more of a thing of, if it hits you, and if it
Or
knocks
I
you
should
out.
say if it's magic.
Oh, this isn't magic. In the
We're
same way
well
of,
past that.
this is horror, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I need one from Widdick as well, please, and I will make one for our Myrmidian friend. Okay, he fails it. So the pseudopod reaches out and attempts to strike into you, Serenus, but it burns away, as do the ones that try to reach out past you. The Midian is struck, and it's clearly like trying to affect it, but it just slaps it off. Wittick, you manage to cut through the one that hits you. Unfortunately, Low, it hits you. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Can I use a potential reaction to Hellish Rebuke?
You absolutely can, because you have taken damage from this. You have taken 7 points of force damage from this. Okay. Good news, this is not its highest stat. DC 16 and it fails. So, Lo, the instinct it hits you, you reach out and you hellish rebuke it, and flames erupt all the way up it. You know what, for the hell of it, roll me the extra d6 from himself as well. Okay. Oh, there's a reason I was asking for that. So, Lo, this creature's pseudopod strikes into you, and you begin feeling its paralytic effects take hold as it begins trying to drag you towards it. How do you want to do this?
Hey, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Look at the most sassy response. Oh, Jesus
Then
Christ.
do it! Then do it! Then do it!
Okay. As this happens, Lo's face sort of contorts in an expression of just what the fuck, and just lets off the flame. There's suddenly a ball of flame, and then as this ball of flame just happens and all the embers sort of die down, Lo just climbs out with just a little bit of smoke coming off the head.
There's a little bit of smoke coming off the top of the head, and you like have to do the whole pinch it with 2 fingers to put it out kind of thing as you go. You are covered in elements of potentially humanoid bodies in the past that are beginning to char and burn over.
Look,
It is dead.
is my hair okay? At least.
Honey, the avatar's eyes were closed when you said that, and I'm just picturing him going, "Is my hair at least okay?"
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted.
And with that, we're gonna go back up above. Brunara. Oh yeah, no, this guy's dead.
Okay.
You begin seeing the light around Kika dim,
Shit.
and the sparkles begin to fade.
Are they technically restrained right now? Like, does it count as restrained when you start turning to stone?
Yeah.
Can't really do much. I'm gonna. I can't really do much about that at this point. I'm gonna attempt to command. Not prepared.
No.
Nor do I have. Nor
Otherwise
do
it
I
would-
have. Nor do I have
The
the
spell slot.
ingredients for it. I've got a diamond, but I haven't got the diamond dust. I'm gonna attempt. I'm gonna look over, and I'm gonna attempt to command our enemy to descend.
Oh, on Destiny, is it?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. A wisdom saving throw, something he is legendarily bad at. And he's
Yep.
already used his resistances today, so I think it's fair to make this a public roll.
That is a failure.
You say fall. You say descend. And as this, okay, this is going to sound a bit fucked, I'm sorry. He closes his eyes, his arms extend out, and he begins falling. And he sings as he falls. Admire my work when you dive into the pit. And he begins to fall. Entirely immune to damage as he hits the ground.
As a well, I've got a bonus action, but can't really do shit all. Yeah, I don't know really do much as a bonus action. I'm gonna fly and just be in the way in case to approach in front of Kiko.
Understood. So, with that, we actually go to their turn. They see Kika. They see you. And they saw their father fall. And one of them, like, is hyper protective, and the other one seems injured. Like, this seems less like Runara in this moment. Both of you are ready to throw down, but it's because of who's behind you. The injured one leans past. I can help. Make an insight check. Okay. You stare towards this figure, fully going, I have no reason to trust this person. I have no reason to believe anything they would say to me. And there's this moment as they are that Brilliance looks out towards you and just peels, and you can hear pained sounds of like what is definitely something which has been sealed to skin being peeled off as it rips off the mask and throws it down. And you can just see like a mishmashed patching of hair underneath the head that has been matted down, and skin where underneath the first layer of skin that has just been peeled off. This is who I am. I don't want to be him. I don't want to be his little thug anymore.
How dare you?
What do you do, Renara? Is there a wisdom save coming in?
That's
It's
the most
exactly.
average roll.
Yes.
Um,
You
Makes
need
no
another one.
choices for you.
Runara's not going to move. She's just going to hold the hammer up at them, and then if you don't want to fight, then leave.
Can you get rid of that off of her?
Uh-huh.
Can you though?
Tomorrow.
Because if you make a deception check.
I can,
You'll
I
be
can
fine.
tomorrow.
You'll be stoned.
Oh, I still whispered.
That was a 4, by the way, Kika. She's like, yeah, I could do it.
Oh, but I'm being serious. Runara believes they can do it.
Okay.
I mean, if it was a persuasion, it'd be an 8, but Runara believes they can do it.
They
Tomorrow.
step forward 1 step. But you've already done your things for this turn.
I'm interceding, blocking the corridor if I can.
Well, they're gonna go together. The closest one reaches out, lunges towards you, Renara, and as he does, he claps his hands together, and there's just a moment of a bright light straight into the eye. And as this moment of reconciliation is there, he's more or less kind of trying to pin, but not pin. And as he's there behind him, you can just see the other one, whose eye is open, and the right eye just begins to seem as if it's trying to absorb something from Kika. Let's see if the Battlemaster's effect from earlier can give a hand, because he did get a buff from a certain gift way left. That's a fucking 8. That'll do it. Kika, you are no longer being petrified. And this fella just got juiced.
They eat magic.
Down to the workshop.
Destiny's a little bitch. He's scared of his ex-wife.
Yes. And these boys were made from
Yeah,
somebody.
I know. Don't explain it to me.
Kels
Lo!
was there in the
Magic
ancient
to me. I
times.
was there when it was written.
Yes, bring forth the Narnia references. Appease me.
I love how this made you the Ice Queen, though. I'll dig it.
Yeah.
Lo, it's your go. What do you do?
I am conflicted.
Received so many messages.
I want to do the thing that Lo instinctively wants to do, but I understand that this could be interpreted as me being very, very meta.
Well, what's being very, very meta, hun? Talk to me.
I want to move towards 1. But I will need to check if that is my full movement.
1, 2, 3. not fully. You're almost there, but not fully. Like you'll get there, and you'll have like 5 feet extra. Fucking Mr. Rhyhorn.
I'm just going to say what it is that I was thinking of doing, and I'll let you determine if that's actually possible, Han. Because what I was thinking of doing was moving over to 1 and very, very politely taking 1 by the hand, as 1 would with royalty, and dimension dooring up to the top, up to the corridor.
Okay. You do
Run the
this.
fuck out of here.
You do this, and you can very easily do it, and 1 wouldn't reject. It's like, oh,
But they're not.
well, I'm gonna give.
Their target that they need to defeat is here, at the bottom here.
Yeah, but they're also not gonna reject something that Lo's offering because it's Lo and Hot Boy.
Sure.
They go. Thwomp. So as you guys are down there, those of you who are left down there, including the mighty Myrmidian, Destiny gets up, and he's invulnerable. But it doesn't mean he can't land on something and like press against something on his shirt. And as he's there, he goes, here's a beeping. And this purple tiefling goes slightly pale as he reaches in and realizes that there's a broken button in his shirt lapel that falls out. And he looks up towards all of you. Oh no. And from behind in the far room, the pod at the back opens.
What the fuck were you making?
Just a sec.
This is where that scene in the Rocky Horror picture, the Rocky Horror Show begins, where it's fucking Meatloaf. It's the motorbike from. I have to make jokes about this. You understand?
And those who are down below, hearing an echoed out voice.
It's raining. You're bleeding. I'm starving.
That doesn't even rhyme.
That's the thing you question. The rhyming.
And out from the cryopod at the back, as its blood begins to coalesce again, is the figure you've once seen
This
before
fuck.
that took Gregor to kill. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Fucking shit.
Oh my
Bad,
god.
bad, bad, bad.
It's very bad. It's so bad. Fun.
And as the session ends, those of
You
you with
level up.
lights on it and eyes on it, it looks around the room eagerly, gleefully, with like wide Cheshire cat grin and a maw that is spiked and clawed, but pauses and glares right at Destiny and begins crouching ready to pounce.
Resurrect my notes on this thing.
Bone apple teeth.
And we level up?
No.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Right.
We
Well,
keep
Thank you
trying,
all.
guys. We'll get there.
yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, if indeed you still are. And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Crack hungers.